Part two, why the f do you think we're being deported anyway, black and brown, if they can get us up out of here? Trying to help y'all. There was too much strength in numbers in this country. Too many laws were being passed. Too much advancement was being made. That's why deportation is a thing amongst the black and the brown that they can give it to. White immigrants ain't being deported because that contributes to their wealth. We didn't contribute to their wealth. We tried to share it with y'all. So when y'all say, oh, we don't owe y'all nothing, we ain't standing with y'all, it's really a slap in our face, both black and brown, because if we had focused on ourselves, we'd be further. We wouldn't even, but we don't operate like that. We see what you go through. They knew once we got off them boats and got off them planes, this country was in trouble. We came from all across the globe seeking a better life to be brothers and sisters with you. You feel me? How many people in the Black Lives Matter movement was Caribbean? Very few were American. They wouldn't show up. They wouldn't leave their house. Some did. Who was on the front line? The Caribbeans, the Latinos, the black Asians, the brown Asians, the ones who were lighter skinned. Either way it goes, other people of color were on the front lines with you. Being thrown to the ground, maced, jailed, and some more shit. Even the indigenous. So for y'all to say, it's like y'all used us. You used us to push your agenda. You used us to protect you because you couldn't protect yourself. Why do you think strange fruit was made? Do you remember what the hell was going on in this country before we got off them damn boats and got off them planes in black and brown? They eased up when they saw that it was strength in numbers. And now that we getting the fuck out of here, they're deporting our aunties and uncles in the older generation. You sit your privileged ass right there and say you don't owe us shit. You owe us everything.
Hi, my name is Omomi, an actor from Nigeria, and culture means earth, motherland, Africa, originality. And culture is the essence of our being, the togetherness, the oneness, the community, the society that we're from, and we should always celebrate that. So yes, whatever it is, if you're African, go back to Africa and connect to your source. Thank you.
Essence Fest for the first time since it acknowledged ticket sales are down this year.
Chris Welty uncovers some vendors are also opting out.
Been coming since 2013, every year.
Charles Cohen just arrived from South Carolina with family and friends for Essence Fest. Aside from festivities and music, he's ready to shop.
Purchasing things from local vendors or vendors from outside of New Orleans.
Cohen's friend Gary Scott loves the laissez-faire vibe of the city, but that's not what draws him back.
Actually, I come from the food. The food down here is fantastic. I've never had such quality food in my entire life.
Across the city, Essence Fest signs hang promoting the festival with a rich history in New Orleans.
That people who come here and have a good time then come back. They might come back for just an off weekend sometime in the fall. They may come back for another festival. Essence shows them a very good time. Essence is so well put together by those who are associated with Essence itself, and the city does a great job.
Essence Fest acknowledges ticket sales are down this year, citing a variety of reasons.
But I think there's a lot happening in our world, just in general, that's impacting people deciding to go places or not.
Barkud Tubman Zawalo, Essence Chief Community Officer, says some vendors are also opting out this year. Essence maintains it supports 300 local businesses, and the fest generates a multi-million-dollar economic impact.
And I think we just want to make sure that in spite of what we're all navigating, that people come and have an amazing time, because I think it's interesting times just for all of us.
One thing I can say, since I've been back home looking at Essence Fest, it's so empty. Like, it's early in the morning, but it's real empty. I've seen what it had, a ton of people outside at 9 o'clock in the morning. Even the vendors, like the food vendors on Portraits, there are barely none. It might change when they get a little later throughout the day, but it's looking rough. It don't look like it's Essence no more. I don't know if that's a word, but Essence not festing no more. Like, I don't know what's going on. Usually, I'm hella booked up, for one, for Essence. Two, so many people who normally go, they're like, I don't think I'm going this year. And I've heard why, which is kind of messed up. Like, how y'all gonna make people pay for other parts of the Essence Fest that was free? Like, once you pay that general admission, you can't. You know what I'm saying? Y'all being greedy. And now y'all being greedy. And look what happened. It's kind of dead out here. They didn't even have no traffic. That's the crazy part. Yesterday, they didn't have no traffic on the interstate. It's like, oh, okay.
This goes out to people who voted for Donald Trump. I hate you. I hate you. You might be my family, you might be my friends, but if you voted for Donald Trump, I hate you. I hate you, and I don't want you to be in my life because you ruined it for myself and all the people around me. You knew voting for him would deny my rights. You knew it would be a disaster for trans folks, for immigrants, for people who look like me, people who are marginalized and poor, who have trouble with medical and all kind of stuff. I hate you for voting Donald Trump 2 times, especially family members and close companions who voted for Donald Trump. I hate you. Get out of my life. Don't ever text me. Don't come near my social media. I don't want anything to do with any one of you. You have ruined my already difficult life.
Black people, we need to start giving these folks their energy back. The killing them with kindness, the doing right by people who are doing wrong by you, it hasn't worked. It's never worked. And not only has it not worked, but it's created a sense of entitlement in these think that they're entitled to our free ass labor and our bodies being put on the line. It's not in our nature. Culturally, Black people throughout the whole entire diaspora on the continent, culturally, we are taught to treat people right, full stop. Not treat people right because you think they can do something for you. Not treat people right because they're higher than you in the social hierarchy. Treat people right because that's just the way you're supposed to behave. And we keep approaching everybody else in the world like that, but they're not giving us that same energy back. The nicer we treat them, the worse and worse they treat us. They see our kindness and they take it for weakness. They take it for stupidity. They take it as something to be taken advantage of. We need to give them the same disdainful energy that they constantly give us. They're evil and racist and disrespectful and nasty as to us. Give it right back. These folks only respect when you give them their same energy back. They are not on a vibrational frequency to understand and to respect humanity, human basic kindness and respect. They don't have that vibrational frequency inside of them. They've beaten that out of themselves for generations in an aspiration to be white. This is why they're losing their minds now that we Black people have said we're going to mind our business and stay out of their business and stay off the mother streets. That's why they're losing their minds, because they believe that they are entitled to our free labor. They believe that Black people were created to serve them. They believe we were created to serve them so much so that they don't even have to give us an ounce of respect while demanding that servitude. Because it's just what it's supposed to be in their up, racist, anti-Black, disgusting, dirty, rotten, cancer-infected minds. Killing them with kindness doesn't work. Showing them godliness doesn't work. Showing them how to treat each other like decent human beings doesn't work. Give them their nasty energy back.
This just happened with the immigrants. Is really sad. It's really depressing. I watched a little girl on TikTok, 19 or 20, tell a story about how her father is terminally ill. The doctor gave her father 6 months to live, and ICE came to get her father and locked his ass up. She said that's no way for a person to die. She needs help. She wants people to rally behind her to help get her father out. And she finishes off her speech with, "It really hurts worse knowing that I voted for Donald Trump."
At least she was honest.
Listen, Hey, Esmeralda, I appreciate you being honest, babe. And I'm so sorry for your dad. but that won't die in there. He done. What you need to do is get you a plot and try to make out a deal to get that body, because they might spark his ass up and chop him into a taco. You know they eating him now. Sucks to be you, Esmeralda. Yeah. We told you not to do that. You know why? Because you are selfish. You men and women are selfish, soulless. Because even if you did fall for the lie, I can understand that. You fall for the lie of this person and say he's going to get out the bad ones, right? But the fact that you secretly judge some of your brothers and sisters that come over that main gate you came over is the crazy part. You know your cousin Hector got a DUI. What about Hector? You wouldn't worry about Hector.
You know, the craziest thing about hearing this woman again is that how she paints this story is that immigrants came here, quote unquote black, I'm not going to say black, melanated immigrants came here in order to basically save us because we could not save ourselves. We could not fight for ourselves. We had no type of defenders. So they left their home worlds. They left their families and their friends behind so that they can trudge through the waters and they can go through the white system in the United States so they can save the lonely Negro who had nobody there to protect, save, and uplift him. Isn't that a crazy story? It's almost as if black people have never fought for themselves. It's as if black people never had slave revolts. It's as if black people have never come together in the black community to literally do anything at all. It's as if we did not originally create gangs in order to fight the system that was literally fighting us and making rules, laws, and regulations. It's the craziest thing when other people want to sit up here and try to tell these stories and then try to turn around within that exact same story, try to say that we are the problem, that they were here trying to share money directly with us. No, you weren't. No, you weren't. Let's not play these type of games directly out here again. I already did a video covering at least one group already, and that had to do with the Cubans, and that had to do with the Latin Mexicans who not whatever, right? And how it is that they were specifically able to do certain things, and they also had the government literally backing them. So again, I just want people to understand how these people will get directly online in blackface and they will speak blackety blackety black and not really be black American. I want people to understand that. And this is again how I try to explain and tell to a lot of black American women here that your image is being misused and misrepresented. You have a lot of these foreign women coming directly over here, dressing like you, talking like you, acting like you, walking like, they're doing everything just like you, but internally they're not like you, and they never were. And they will show themselves later on when it's time for them to show themselves, when they happen to do something great, when they want to, you know, graduate college with a bachelor's, with a master's, with a doctorate, with a PhD, whatever it is, when they got a business that they're owning, they will make sure to sit up there and tell you specifically who it is that they are. They'll start waving their flags. They'll start repping where it is that they specifically come from at the end of the day, basically leaving you behind, because they were able to masquerade and to build and to multiply and to put money up in order to get to a certain place. And then once they no longer need that image, now they can finally be themselves and flourish and fluctuate as if they were doing this the whole time. This is what that looks like. This is also why a lot of these same individuals are going directly to TikTok and other social medias, and they're able to get so much attention because they're able to talk just like you. They can act. They can throw out the exact same, you know, attitude and voice and this, that, and the third. Because if people pay attention, for the black women out there, I want y'all to just pay attention to this real quick. If you look at these exact same women, right, and you put them in the instance of their country or their nation, let's say it's an African woman talking like her, but she's in Africa. She's not getting no type of light. She's not getting no type of attention. Nobody's going to care. Let's take an African that moved to the UK doing the exact same thing as this woman is sitting here doing. Nobody's going to care about her situation or what it is that she has to say. Let's take another African and take them from Africa and move them to Canada. The exact same thing. The only time where these people happen to get this attention is when they're here in the United States. is when people can identify and think that, oh, that's more than likely like a black American woman, or she at least has some similarities, whatnot, or whatever. Bam, that's all that's needed. The door is open. It's already cracked. This is, again, how they're able to use your image and get so many views directly off of you. Just like amongst black men, we have those out there that are not black American men, but yet they masquerade, right? They cosplay, they dress up, they got the vernacular, they got the hairstyles, they got the swag, they got the vibe, they got the chains, they got all this other type of stuff, but again, they're not black American men. And then as soon as they make it, what do? Oh, we got Haiti in here, we got Nigeria, Kenyan, Somalia, this, that, and the third, Caribbean, right? Everybody now wants to be who it is that they originally are. But it's crazy that while they were making their way and trying to forge, they weren't repping and just waving that flag directly in the air and carrying on. So again, as I stated before, these are the same people that are trying to make a story to make it seem as though that they were just 100% trying to share money with us in our communities, as if they were there to build directly with us, as if they were there as a supporting cast or a savior type of cast, a body blocker and or a shield in order to protect the black community, because the black community couldn't do it themselves. And now, again, the black community is problematic because we don't want to specifically help them out, because this, again, is something that they wanted. A lot of their own folks that, like, again, she's complaining about black Americans, but she's not getting on the fact that a lot of her people that are here and able to vote voted for this to take place. Again, notice the misplaced rage and anger. Notice how a lot of these folks don't specifically want to attack their own demographic, solely their own demographic. They want to broaden and magically talk about everybody else and just join them in. It's some crazy work. And again, I've been highlighting this for the longest time possible. And even, here and there within the comment section, I still got people trying to say that, oh, black Americans, you guys are so divisive. You guys are this, you guys are that. You're falling for the trap and rah, 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 rah. No, we're not falling for nothing. It's the fact that a lot of people do not realize that the energy that you give is the energy that you receive. And I told people this for over 6 years, and people refuse to listen. And a lot of those people who are in my comment section that want to make a rebuttal or want to say that exact same thing, you're falling for the white man's trap and da 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 da, you are the exact same ones sitting idly by and allowing these clowns to come directly through unchecked to just say reckless whatever. You're not going on social media trying to check a woman like this. You're not looking for people like this, because I see all the time people are like, oh, well, why does the person happen to block out this, that, and the third? Well, that's because I'm not trying to say or have people say that, oh, you're trying to lead people to harass this individual or whatnot or whatever. Again, I'm protecting myself and I'm protecting my platform, which again, a lot of other people don't happen to care about, because again, people don't care when it's not their stuff, right? When it's not their thing that could be potentially in jeopardy just because of the optics. Again, I bring a lot of these things up directly for conversation. I wholeheartedly disagree with this woman 100%. But again, she can, and many others that I've showcased on this platform, can have their opinion. And I'm going to use my platform to have that opinion directly out there so that other people can have a conversation directly around that opinion. And, it won't lead to any type of harassment and, different things of that nature. But like I said before, a lot of the people that complain, you guys sit there and do nothing. I've been reporting on stuff like this for, it feels like forever at this moment in time. And you've just been sitting there in the comment section forever. Not even just mine, but in other people's comment sections. Places on Twitter, places on IG, other places on YouTube, right? And you don't do nothing. You just sit there with the rest of everybody else and complain, versus actually taking some type of action and trying to correct the situation. Like I said, for anybody who, really has a complaint about, certain things, try actually fixing something. Try actually building something and trying to formulate some solutions. And just in case somebody made it this far, they try to say that, oh, Seiji, but you've never given any solutions. Well, my friend, you've never actually really watched my content for, about a good 5 to 6 years. and it tells if you decide to write something that's stupid. Live streams, shorts, long form, short form content, and 2 to 3 channels, and also being on TikTok. Yeah, and on IG. Yeah, I can promise you didn't watch all of my content. You didn't. But nice try though. Nice try though. But I'm pretty sure I went directly into a tangent. It's like that sometimes. But again, at the end of the day, a lot of the stuff is it's crazy. And it has to be showcased. It has to be put directly up there because, as one other woman said directly for the Black community, we are too nice. And we are. And it shows. Because we're too nice, we get treated the way that we get treated. And we get treated with the amount of disrespect, which is crazy. A lot of people feel directly entitled to our energies, to our bodies, to what it is, to our minds, to what it is that we should be doing. And that's not how that works. We're not some type of little wind-up toy, some little wind-up robot that you can just put a key directly into the back and we're just going to do whatever that we're programmed to do. No. Like I said, people want to say that, everybody else is human beings and it's crazy how everybody else is getting treated. Well, look at how everybody else is treating Black people online in 4K. And people are still doing it. No matter how Black people are calling it out on social media, you're still doing it. And you're still not listening when Black people are telling you and dictating to you, like, yo, stop saying this. Stop doing this. Stop trying to convey this certain type of message because you are in the wrong. Y'all don't want to listen. Because you feel that much entitled, just like everybody else, to Black people, to Black people's energy, and to Black people's bodies. But like I said before, a lot of y'all voted for this, and you're going to have to reap what you sow. You're going to have to sleep in the bed that you made, and you're going to have to figure out a way, because this whole thing of blaming Black people is getting stale, is getting old. I mean, I don't mind it because I get to make content around it, but it's getting stale and old, and it's not getting you anywhere. As another video that I'm going to bring up to you in the next one, they're going to hear of a woman who is Caribbean. She's going to state that she's here working illegally, and that in Florida they're trying to get rid of all of the immigrants, and that they're also building or have already built a nice detention center for all of those illegal immigrants. So like I said before, y'all better start talking to the people in your communities who were saying that they will vote for Donald Trump. You better start looking and talking directly to them versus always trying to attack Black Americans 24/7 since and before the inauguration. Y'all better get it together, because if you don't, Trump will. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything I stated in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.